Was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that lands in the end zone, so the opening drive will begin at the 25. First down, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
If you know, you know. If you know about the
After the interception, here's Wilson. Going for it all. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll run for the first time with Trenton Cannon. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception in the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the...
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29.
Complete to a...
It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 46 yards.
The Cowboy first down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. The give is to Elliott. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Good tackle there by Jaron Reed, the former 2nd-round pick out of Alabama. That's why he was drafted, but he's really shown an excellent ability to rush the passer as well.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A 43-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, forget the field goal to try to tie this thing. They'll have a chance to take the lead here with 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 14-yard line.
Now Prescott. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
Now Wilson. They go screen pass to Hyde. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 45-yard line.
Second and 2. On the handoff, this is Cannon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 3-3.
And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back.
Ain't no such thing as go. Hey, check right. Watching you guys.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a first and 10.
They're on 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Fielded just inside the 20. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Flush to his right. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The tackle made.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. three-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
From the shotgun, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
10 at the 42-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And his throw here's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. No, he missed the PAT. And this will stay a 6-point ball game.
Dixon's the kickoff for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Boys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not good.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity. They'll
run on 1st down with Cannon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Down at the 30.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down and 4, Wilson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
5-yard line.
They'll run high. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Pickup of 2.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now a give right side. It's Carson, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And the 3rd quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Working with a 2nd and 4. They give to Cannon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Back to Cannon again on first down. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Boys take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st and 10, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
at the 33.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. But I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league. Defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Boys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Cowboys.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll run it right side with Cannon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
65, 54 is much.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
The 15-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now the 3rd-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
On the tackle.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On 2nd down now. It's Carson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Trenton Cannon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. And the lead is now an even 30.
Seahawks 33, Cowboys 3. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott looking for Cooper. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Complete.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And incomplete on the deep ball. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. He's going to try and go deep again. And now here is another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
10 at the 45-yard line.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And he's got room. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. Give him 52 yards on the ground.
Down and goal to go.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
leads to 2nd and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll run with Cannon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
A 6-yard
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Watch 55.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Today's final.
So the victory here for Seattle. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Seahawks,